Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April. I need to turn my fan on. Hold on, guys. Today is April the 8th. The 8th. I'm going to say the 18th. I don't know why I got 18 in my head. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is April the 18th, the 8th. Now I'm saying the 18th. 2025. We're going to be talking about NXT. Because we found out who will be facing Stephanie Baker for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver. I think we have a couple of matches that got made. And we heard there's no last chance qualified matches for the Women's North American Championship ladder match for the women's side. Let's see if I mess up anything. We heard that next week there will be a tag team gauntlet match, and whoever wins that match will be going for the NXT tag team titles at Stand and Deliver. We have a fatal 4-way match to become the number one contender to versus Ricky Saints. I think that's it. Nothing really big here. But for the people that lost their qualified matches on last week, Ava says there's no last chance qualified match like they normally do on the last spot. There's a last spot. When there's a last spot, they do like a battle royal or a fatal 4-way for the last spot. But Ava says there's none. And everybody is bickering at each other. The metaphor, fatal influence. I'll tell you guys more why fatal influence is there. And Roxanne Perez. They're all upset. But Ava has an idea for them for Stand and Deliver. We don't know what that is because everybody has their own teammates. Metaphor and fatal influence. And Roxanne says, I hope it's not a tag team thing because she doesn't have a tag team partner. Well, you do have Corey Jade. Corey Jade did not qualify yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Ricky Saints. This is the only segment we have. We have some backstage stuff. Trick Williams talking about his title match and Dark State. They're being the 6-man tag team match. Even Javon Evans and Mr. Obafemi, they're all trying to one-up each other, saying that they're going to win, they're going to destroy Dark States, everything like that. And ladies and gentlemen, the only segment we had was Ricky Saints. He came out, he's happy that he's the champion, but he's not happy that he got attacked by Ethan Page last week. So, and then he called out Ethan Page, but Ethan Page didn't come out. Lexus King came out. He had some things to say. He says, I know I have the cup, but he loves gold. So he wants a shot. And then they got interrupted by Eddie Thorpe. And saying that it's his title shot. And then they got interrupted by Wes Lee. Saying that he should be getting a title shot because he was almost the longest reigning champion. And all that stuff. And then Ricky Saints got attacked by Ethan Page again with the twist of fate. And then we had a brawl between all 4 guys. And the last person standing was Wes Lee. And we heard, it's official, that next week there will be a fatal 4-way match to become the number one contender to face Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Lexus King, Wes Lee, and Eddie Thorpe. Those 4 could get give a spot at Stand and Deliver. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of matches here. We have a lot of matches. I think this is more matches than they ever had in NXT. Because of the qualified matches. First, we have Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. The interviewer, Kelly Kisside, something like that, is trying to find out who Stephanie McCurry chose to face at Stand and Deliver for her title. She says she will announce that after the match. So we got Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. It was a pretty decent match. They were destroying each other. But at the end, Jada Parker was leaning against Stephanie Baker. She shoved her away. And then Stephanie Baker accidentally slapped Jordan Grace. It was supposed to be for Jada Parker because I think she attacked Stephanie McCur as well. And then it was a disqualification for Jordan Grace, but the brawl was still happening between Jordan Grace, Jada Parker, and Stephanie McCur. They were attacking poor Stephanie until Julia made a return. And then Julia and Stephanie attacked Jordan Grace and Jada Parker until Julia attacked Stephanie McCur. And we heard that Stephanie told Ava she knows who she wants. She wants all of them. So at Stand and Deliver, it will be a fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship. It will be Stephanie versus Julia versus Jada Parker versus Jordan Grace. Next match, we got Axiom and Nathan Frazer versus WWE Evolve's tag team, Swipe Right. I've seen these guys wrestle on the very first episode of Evolve. They are good. They're a good team. But they weren't better than Axiom and Nathan Frazer. The winner of that match was Axiom and Nathan Frazer. Well, we got a qualified match to go for the Women's North American Championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver. We got Soruka versus Jasmine Nix. The winner of that match and advances to the ladder match was Soruka. And then we had the call-in Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen versus Hank and Tank. They are still trying to find out who they are. They are trying their best, but they lost to the calling. But, ladies and gentlemen, they got some advice from the Street Profits. Be yourself. Can Hank and Tank go to Stand and Deliver and go for the tag team titles after the gauntlet match? Oh, that's cold. Oh, my God. That was cold. We got Wesley versus the Pro Wrestling Noah guy because I can't pronounce his name. I don't want to be disrespectful saying his name because for me it's just disrespectful trying to pronounce his name. I know it's hard. I know it's a hard name. Some people can't say it. But I don't want to be disrespectful, so Wesley gets the win because Josh Briggs accidentally pulled one of the Tyson or Tyreek guys because they were on top of the apron holding the ropes while the Pro Wrestling Noah guy was on top of the ropes, and then Josh Briggs pulled him down, and they knocked the ropes down, and Pro Wrestling Noah guy fell down off the ropes, and Wesley gets the win. Next qualified match, we got Izzy Dame versus Ren Sinclair. The winner of that match was Izzy Dame. But I think Izzy Dame kind of celebrated too early because the referee did not hit 3. And then she said, "Yay!" And then they had to ring the bell because I guess that's how she wins with a spine buster, but she kind of celebrated too early. I think she hasn't wrestled for a while. She hasn't wrestled for a while, so she forgot, I guess. We have the Dark States versus Trick Williams, Obafemi, and Javon Evans. These guys were good. They had the little botches. They were messing up a little bit, but they were doing good. Javon Evans, Obafemi, and Trick Williams were doing good as well. I enjoyed the match. But the winner of that match was Dark State because Obafemi and Trick Williams couldn't stop hating each other. When Javon Evans tried to do a hot tag, both Obafemi and Trick Williams had their arms out, and then Obafemi just shoves Trick Williams a little bit to make sure that his hand is away from trying to get tagged. And then Obafemi did his powerbomb, but Trick Williams stopped Obafemi from pinning. And then they tagged Javon Evans in, and they start brawling. Javon Evans almost won the match with a frog splash, but there was a kick out and then a big giant powerbomb. A diving powerbomb from these guys. Oh my God. Triple powerbomb off the turnbuckle. Like, they threw this guy in the air. Javon Evans threw him in the air. And somebody jumped off the turnbuckle and smashed him down. My goodness. The winner of that match was the Dark States. It wasn't done there. They couldn't get their celebration right now because Staggs was on the Titantron and issue a challenge to the Dark States next week in the parking lot. But there's 4 of them, and if the team, the family, is part of it, there's just 3 of them. I don't think Rizzo is going to do anything. She's going to get hurt. So, who else is going? I wonder who else is going to be there. There has to be somebody. And I'm hoping we still see a TNA Knockout be part of Stand and Deliver. I'm happy that they're not doing the Last Chance. So maybe, just maybe, we could have a TNA Knockouts. Masha Slamovich. Tessa Blanchard. I don't know WWE wants Tessa because the fans hate her. She did a lot of stupid things, a lot of crap. Is WWE want to bring that to their company? Remember, they brought Zachary Wentz back after all the things. Why he got fired a couple years ago. Remember, they brought him back. I don't think WWE thought it was his fault. The picture that he did, the picture that everybody hated, that was his fault. But everything else, I don't think it was his fault. He was getting accused. So, I don't know. I don't know everything that happened there, but I don't think that was all his fault. I think I think he was just getting falsely accused. That's what I think. That's what I think, and they brought him back. I guess they forgive him. And brought him back to do the Rascals Reunited, or MSK Reunited with Trey Miguel. And Zachary Wentz had a couple matches on NXT against Wesley. He even had a tag team title match multiple times with Wesley and Trey Miguel. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys this video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for AEW results. We have the aftermath of the Dynasty. Young Bucks attacking Swerve. Why? We don't know. FTR turning heel. Why? We don't know. We will get some explanations, maybe. We will find out. That's all for me today. Time is out. Bye-bye.